Got a minute?
Nope.
5 minutes.
Not even a second.
What are you doing?
What does it look like?
Where are you going?
I'm moving in with Roger Thorpe, and I've already gotten enough grief about it so you can save your breath.
I'm not here to give you a hard time.
Oh, no, right. You just came by to tell me that you think it's a swell idea.
I understand how you feel.
You're a liar.
No, I'm telling the truth. I do understand. I'm on your side.
But, Sam, I'm not pressuring you. No, if Billy or HB were here, they would say exactly the same thing, because this is the way we've always done business between McCullers and Lewis. When our drilling leases are up, we negotiate a new deal. I sent you our offer 2 weeks ago. All right. Fine, yes. No, we'll leave it at that. I'll wait to hear from you. You'll get back to me. Very good. Bye, Sam. What is going on? There is some
Vanessa.
Sorry. Just not a good time.
Well, it's the only time we have.
Well, can you make it quick?
I found a way to force Roger to stay away from Dinah.
What do the FCC leases have to do with Dinah?
Because his license is up for renewal, and I called a friend of mine at the FCC, and he told me that Roger's in violation of about a half a dozen guidelines.
No, Roger wouldn't be that much in violation of those guidelines. That doesn't...
They're not all that serious. But if they happen to go after him, and they will if I ask them to, he's going to be in a legal maze. It's going to cost him a bundle. And look, WSPR is the only power base that Roger has left. If we force him to choose between that and our daughter, he's going to drop Dinah like a hot rock.
Well, that would be wonderful. I mean, then Dinah could really see that he's just using her.
And then she could see why we've been acting the way we have. Now, we're not depriving this girl of anything. We're doing what's best for her.
Oh, absolutely. And then we get a chance to talk to her again.
I think it's worth a shot.
Oh, if only I could talk to her. I mean, I did such a bad job the other... I wanted to explain to her,
Vanessa, will you go along with this or not?
Yes, I will. I will do anything to get my daughter back. You're suddenly taking my side over my mother's? Well, I'd laugh, but I'm busy.
I'm not here to undermine Vanessa.
So then why are you here? Hand me that, would you?
I have a better idea where you're coming from now, Dinah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know me real well.
If you dropped the attitude long enough to listen, I could save you a lot of grief.
If you're trying to play shrink to figure out why I do what I do, you're wasting brain cells.
I got a few left. It's okay.
Why don't you just come right out and ask me what I think matters, and I'll tell you. Money. Plain and simple. And enough so that I'll never have to worry about it again.
Right. You're tough as nails.
You know, just because you're sleeping with my mother doesn't make you some kind of an expert on me.
I know what it's like to want something from your parents you can't get. Something you figure ought to be there automatically, only it's not.
Is this a long story?
I know it hurts. Enough to want to hurt back.
Would you just leave me alone?
Fine. I'd rather believe you're not worth it. Makes my life a lot easier, Dinah.
Do you really understand, Matt?
Yeah. Not too crazy about some of the crap you've pulled, but I've pulled my fair share.
Well, at least you admit it.
It's a time not too long ago I didn't give a damn about anything. Things didn't go my way, I just bailed out.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Got myself caught up in some messy binds that I could have been talked out of if somebody would have been there, but they weren't.
Well, what has this got to do with me?
You and your suitcase over there, you're not alone. You don't need to move in with Thorpe.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. No, I should have just thrown you out of here.
Don't push me away, Dinah. I'm trying to help.
The only person that you were trying to help is my mother. You're here to do her dirty work, and you can go straight to hell. Well, I know this is all my own doing.
You can stop beating up on yourself anytime now.
Well, it's true, isn't it? Dinah arrives in town, and I'm so happy to see her, and then I just give her mixed signals. Yes, she's my daughter, yes. But I don't really feel like she's my daughter.
I had trouble with that one myself.
Yeah. Well, and then I should have told you years ago that you were Dinah's father.
It might have made a difference, yes. All I know is it's too late to fix it now.
I'm not expecting you to forgive me.
I didn't think I would ever forgive you because I always looked at this, from my point of view as the injured party.
Well, you are. You and Dinah.
Yeah, but when I heard you telling our daughter what it was like to be 17 and pregnant by a boy who's barely shaving, it was then I put myself in your position, and you were just so alone.
Well, I had Daddy.
Daddy, yes, I'm sure Henry hit the roof. His beautiful daughter mixed up with this ragtag student with no prospects, no money.
Oh, he was furious. But when I look back on it now, I just see that he was just being a daddy, trying to protect me.
You thought you would lose Henry if you went against him, so there you were trapped and alone.
You know what he said to me? He said that if I went to Aunt Grace, it would all be taken care of, because nobody would have to know, nobody at home, and it would just be a mistake that was just blotted out, and I don't think he would have used that word, mistake, if he'd seen the baby.
Please don't do that.
If he'd seen...
Don't go there. All those ifs, honey. I've done enough of that for the both of us. I've made some huge mistakes, different ones, but just as big. And the worst is how I treated you concerning Dinah. I said some cruel things to you over the years, and I'm sorry for that. And I'm sorry I let you down all those years ago.
Thank you, Ross.
I know that you love Dinah. I also know that Dinah has this fantasy of what your love should be like.
What can I do? What can I do to make her see that I really love her?
We get her away from Roger Thorpe. And then we can get our daughter back.
Well, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to tell Mommy that your mission was not accomplished.
She doesn't know I'm here.
I could just hear her pulling out all the stops, giving you the sob story. I know it by heart. Oh, she was a down-on-her-luck debutante with nowhere to turn. My heart bleeds. And she must have told you by now, right, how she had to give me up at birth and how painful that was. Oh, the agony. Oh, the guilt. Oh, please. She's such a phony.
You don't think that hurt her? You don't think she's feeling guilty for having given you up?
No, not for a minute.
Well, you're wrong. You're dead wrong.
Vanessa doesn't care about me. And she made that crystal clear. She said it, Matt.
Dinah, what are you talking about?
She told me that she doesn't love me the way she loves Bill and Peter.
She was just trying to be honest with you. She can't... Just give her a break, Dinah.
Why should I? I don't care about her anyway. Actually, you're the one I'm disappointed in.
What did I do?
What, this whole pitiful you've got a friend routine? Give me a break.
I am your friend.
Oh, right. Oh, you're so concerned about me and my future. Well, don't worry. It's in good hands.
Roger Thorpe's? I don't think so.
I'm not interested in what you think.
I thought you were smart. I had you figured for someone who knew how to watch their back.
Well, I do, so don't worry.
Roger Thorpe is a dead end, Dinah. He's using you.
That's funny. Feels to me like I'm being taken care of. Like I'm loved.
He's with you because he hates your parents. He hates your father, he hates your mother, and he's using you to get back at the one woman he really loves.
You mean Holly? Come on, where have you been? He's been over her for ages. And besides, the last time I checked, she was happily married.
You think it's gonna stop Roger? He's gonna keep stirring things up, using you to make her jealous, hoping to get her back.
He is not using me. Men would kill to be with me. Even you wanted me.
You're way out of line, Dinah.
Well, that's why you didn't rat on me about the kidnapping.
I didn't rat on you because I didn't want to hurt Vanessa.
Well, you shouldn't have bothered because you stabbed me in the back anyway.
You're impossible to deal with.
They give up. Oh, yes, and you can tell people that my new address is the Regency Hotel, care of Roger Thorpe.
Fine, Dinah. It's been swell.
You know, she's gonna have you out the door too, Matt. Why don't you wake up?
Have a nice life.
Hey, if you don't want to hear the truth, fine.
You know, I'm so sick of hearing you complain about your childhood, bad-mouthing Vanessa, blaming her for your sorry little life.
What's going on?
Nothing worth anything.
Go see if you can find Dinah in the room. Go in her room and see if you can find her. See if she's here. Say hello. Are you here? Hello.
Hi,
There she is. Come here, honey.
Come here, you.
I don't know why, but he really likes you.
So, what are you doing here, Bridget? Don't tell me you're gonna try to convince me to stay, too.
No, I'm gonna make sure you don't steal the towels.
You call those towels? More like dishcloths.
I was kidding.
Oh.
Oh. You know, Vanessa can be kind of cold. I know that. I really thought that she was very cold when we were having the whole custody battle. And I don't even know if you know anything really about all that stuff.
No, just that you and Vanessa both wanted to keep Peter. Yeah, life's funny, isn't it?
I didn't find it very funny.
So then what happened? You settled on some kind of joint custody thing?
Well, yeah, after we went to war. Gosh, it was awful. Roger even got involved. He was on my side against Vanessa.
Well, so you must be the one person around here who likes him, and he did you such a big favor.
Well, it wasn't really such a big favor. He just wanted Peter for himself, and so he thought I'd be easier to control than Vanessa would be. Want to sit up here?
You know, don't blame everything on Roger. If Vanessa worried more about her own children instead of other people's, we wouldn't be having the problems that we're having now.
Proclamations about things that you have no idea about.
You know what I know? I know that I'm Vanessa's real child, and Peter isn't.
When you adopt a child, it's not like you take him out on loan. You're theirs as much as if you had given birth to them. I watched how Vanessa fought for him. She fought the way any mother would fight for a child.
Yeah, and so what about Roger, the big bad wolf?
Three of us worked it out. It's fine as long as he knows to lay off.
Gee, what a happy
You
ending.
stay over here. Come here.
I'm really glad for you, but, you know, I gotta go. Don't worry, I'll leave the towels behind.
Look, I just came here to say that I've gotten to know your mom pretty well.
Well, that makes one of us.
And, she's not syrupy sweet. She doesn't gloss things over. You know exactly where you stand with her, and that's a really neat thing. She's got a good heart. That's what I found out.
So you think that she's really nice and a good person and that she likes you?
Yeah, I do think so. Honey, stay in here, please. Stay in here. Thank you.
Well, maybe you don't know my mother as well as you think you do. See, she's the kind of person, if she wants something, she goes after it. And if she needs you on her side, then she's going to give you all that good heart stuff. You know, she'll play the sincere lady, gracious lady to the very end.
Does this have a point?
Yeah. Vanessa doesn't care about you, Bridget. It's all about Peter. She wants to keep him, or whatever part of him that she's entitled to. And that's all.
Get over it.
I intend to. I'll send for my trunk.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you're here. That's all that matters.
I was such a jerk. What made me think that I could give you advice on your kids? I don't have a clue. It didn't stop me from telling you how you should raise them, though, did it?
No.
Can you forgive me?
I'm not mad at you. You were just trying to help Dinah, and why shouldn't you? I mean, everything I do with her is just a mess.
Yeah, well, it's not your fault.
Well, whose then? You've seen me with her. I'm at my absolute worst.
Yeah, well, so is she.
Well, what is it? What's wrong with me? Why can't I be the mother she needs me to be?
She won't let you. You gotta stop taking the rap for this. I just had a long talk with her.
You did?
Yeah, I thought that I could get through to her some way or another where you and Ross didn't.
Well, did you? Did she listen?
No, she didn't listen. No more than she normally does. Now, look, don't start blaming yourself again for this. One thing I realize is Dinah is a big girl. Yeah, maybe she's had some hard knocks, a tough life, but I mean, she's hanging on to this stuff. She won't let go of it. It's like she's trying to punish you or something.
Well, maybe. But what do I do? I mean, what do I do?
I don't know. I don't have the answer for you. All I know is Roger Thorpe is sure making this difficult.
How did you get in?
Well, let's not spoil the evening with details, Roger, or as we used to say when I was your attorney, let's not sweat the small stuff.
It must be genetic. I'm consistently asking your daughter the same question.
Stay away from my daughter. Cease and desist. Because you're not going to use Dinah to get to me or to Vanessa.
You finished?
No, there's an addendum. Maybe it's a threat. We'll stop you any way we have to.
I thought you loved your daughter.
I do.
Then you should want her happiness.
With you?
Is it so far-fetched to imagine that Dinah and I love each other?
That's not true.
You, above all people, should understand this, Ross. Now, how old was Chrissy when you seduced her? Certainly no older than Dinah is now. Who's to say when and where Kismet will strike?
You're a pig.
I remember someone telling me once, actually, I think it was you, that the opportunity for happiness comes along so seldom that when it does, you must reach out and grab it with both hands. Words to that effect. I should think you'd be thrilled for us, because that's all I'm really doing is grabbing.
Grab this. I have an offer for you, so listen.
Okay.
I understand that you're in violation of several FCC guidelines.
Okay, I'll clear them up.
Well, that's going to take some time, during which they will be itemized and publicized in every magazine and newspaper that I can reach. You could very well lose your license.
This isn't your style, Ross.
No, it's yours. I've got you, Roger. So you stop seeing my daughter, and I'll call off the dogs.
Roger, you in here?
Sure am. Come on in here, honey. I want you to hear the proposition your papa has just made to me. Who's got whom, counselor?
Why are you here, Daddy?
He's blackmailing me. Here's the deal. I drop you or he sicks the FCC on me.
Daddy, Roger loves me. Why can't you just let me be happy?
When you see how fast he drops you, you'll realize I've been telling the truth. I'm trying to protect you.
You're trying to control me.
When he does drop you, I'll be waiting, no questions asked. I love you so much.
He's just trying to scare me, right? And all that stuff about you dumping me? It's not true, is it? I'll have eggs Benedict. No. This is what I want. Eggs Florentine, a croissant, of course, but make it warm, not hot, and cafe au lait.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and you know what? I'll have some orange juice with a smidge of vodka.
Anything else?
Yes, charge it to my mother's account. Well, this must be your lucky day. The early bird didn't catch you.
Well, I'd say that snakes and lizards aren't the only ones who sun themselves, but I'm above juvenile sparring.
Excuse me, Miss Waller.
Yes?
I meant Miss Dinah.
Yes, Robert, what is it?
About your breakfast order.
Oh, don't tell me my only egg choices are scrambled or fried.
I am told that you are no longer authorized to use your mother's account.
I wonder why.
That's fine. Charge it to my father's account.
Pay for it yourself, Dinah.
That's Ross Marler.
Dinah is not to use my
M-A-R-L.
husband's account under any circumstances, thank you.
I would suggest that you try to limit yourself to the use of the club's public facilities, like the pool.
I'm not going to sun myself on an empty stomach.
Why, beached whales do it all the time.
Call Roger Thorpe. Charge it to his account. We share everything. Absolutely everything.
Well, look at you. Caught you red-handed. You're losing your touch, Roger.
It's after 9. You're late.
Get out.
Roger, just leave.
Best take a look at this here paper before you send me a packing.
What is it you think you're doing?
Call it my take on the golden rule. Do unto others before they do unto you. And, ma'am, you're done. Yeehaw.
So that's why Sam McCullers was so evasive the last time I talked to him. You'd made him a counteroffer.
Which he has now accepted. You know where I can pick up a good pair of cowboy boots?
What in the world do you want with that? What do you want with oil drilling leases?
Fruit and Roger, hasn't that always gone together?
I'm bored being a local media mogul. Time to diversify, expand my horizons. Besides, I've been looking for a reason to learn the Texas two-step.
Cute. Very cute. What good is that to you, Roger? You don't have an oil drilling rig. You don't have a work crew. What are you going to do with it?
Okay, reverse that. What good are work crews and oil drilling rigs without oil to drill? See, oil, which I now own the leases to. If Lewis Oil wants to keep pumping, it's going to have to do business with me, cause I've got what you want.
That's extortion.
No. What it is the law of supply and demand. I supply the oil and demand that Ross stops the FCC from investigating WSPR.
And that's blackmail.
Well, it's what you did when you tried to stop me from seeing Dinah. But that backfired because it's not your field of expertise. Now, you stop the FCC, or I'm going to sell these leases to your biggest competitor and sit back and watch this top-heavy monument to nepotism go belly up.
Would you really do that? Would you really ruin countless lives just for the chance of ruining my daughter's?
Now, you two ruined her life years ago, but that's not the issue here. The issue here is you accept my terms now, or Lewis Oil goes bust. We have a deal or not?
Got to be something in here. He's lied silly. There's got to be some way we can get him on a civil suit.
He could have said he wanted the oil for a spaceship and it wouldn't have mattered. McCullers signed it at the bottom there. It's legal and binding.
Gotcha.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You don't care about Dinah.
Don't get so excited. I'm not out to slaughter the Lewis cash cow. I just want the FCC off my back. Okay, time's up, Ross. What's it gonna be?
No way. No way. Lewis will manage somehow.
No. I'm not going to do that to you.
No, I didn't think you would. The number is area code 202.
I know the damn number, Roger. Okay. I'll call off the FCC. If you sign this lease over to Vanessa.
Oh, you are amazing. Just when I think you must be out of tricks, you managed to pull out a new one.
Well, thanks. I'll take that as a compliment.
Whatever. Enjoy your breakfast.
I will. I have such an appetite. You know, exercise the night before will do that to you.
What is it? Some kind of scent you give off?
I don't know. I mean, I switch all around, but all my perfume comes from Paris.
I'm not talking about that, honey. It's this chemical you radiate, which destroys the judgment of otherwise sane and intelligent men.
Well, what can I say, Blake? You know, some women are just more appealing than others.
Oh. I forgot. You're not worth it.
Well, Daddy still thinks I am.
Daddy will learn soon enough because Daddy is a lot smarter than you give him credit for.
Oh, I give him credit. And I know more about the two of you than you think I do.
I don't think so. Excuse me.
Oh, Ross, darling, put your glasses back on. Oh, I just love it when you wear your glasses.
You little snake. What are you doing? Eavesdropping at our bedroom door? What is wrong with you?
Well, actually, I was under the bed, and believe me, I didn't want to be there.
And you didn't say anything?
Well, what am I supposed to say? Daddy, she's much too young for you, and she's not nearly pretty enough.
Oh, Dinah, I swear I'm gonna wring your neck. I'm gonna kill you for good.
Have a nice trip. How's the water in there, huh? Hey!
Damn you!
What are you doing?
Lady needs help.
No. See, she is an exhibitionist. We have tried therapy and shock treatments and everything, but nothing's worked. The worst thing you could do is try to help her. See, that would only reward her bad behavior.
You, Dinah!
See, she's off her medication. She's delusional.
Mrs. Martin.
Oh, Robert, be careful. She'll drag you down with her just like she did today.
I'm gonna kill you. I swear I'm gonna snap your scrawny neck like a chicken.
Somebody get it!
Get
Stop! Stepmother's got her!
Dinah!
She's not gonna tell you, Robert will do something!
Mrs. Martin,
I'm gonna kill you.
Of yourself.
Oh, all right, okay. Yes, you're right. This is not the time. I am going to get you, Dinah, if it's the last thing I do.
Well, if I sign over this lease, what's to compel you to call off the FCC?
It's an alien concept to you, I know, but I keep my promises.
Yeah, I know. Look where all that nobility has landed you.
At least people don't want to spit on me.
Where do I sign?
Where do you sign?
Right here. I happen to have a standard transfer form.
Yes, this will work. You sign right here, and at the bottom, Vanessa will do the same. This gives Lewis Oil the right to drill on land that you own as agreed upon with Mr. McCullers.
Sure. Make the call.
Stanley Prohiska, please. Stan, it's Ross. Listen, you no longer have to pursue the violations against WSPR. I know what I said, Stan, but it's being taken care of. Thanks anyway.
I have breath mints for the sour taste that must have left in your mouth.
I believe I'll pass.
Sit yourself. Well, Nessie, see you around, partner. I'm just a lonely cowboy out riding fences. My morning commences before break of day.
Do you think he's had a stroke?
I wish. Every time I think I cannot possibly hate that man more, he proves me wrong.
The preoccupation of his little life.
Why? He doesn't care about Dinah. Why doesn't he just let her go?
He can't stand to let us win. It was naive to think he'd give up that easily anyway.
Ross, does this mean that we have to lose her to him forever?
I am not going to let that happen. We just keep looking for his weak spot,
He
that's all.
doesn't have a weak spot. He doesn't care enough about anybody or anything
Vanessa,
to have
that is
a weak
nonsense.
spot.
Everybody has something that they don't want to lose.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Hi.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Hi.
What's going on? What are you doing? Oh, you said you'd watch them while I went to the dentist.
I did?
Yeah. I did? Yep. Good. Okay. Come here, pumpkin. See you later.
What you got?
All right.
Here. Okay, but... What?
What is the one thing in this world that means the most to Roger Thorpe?
So that's where you were.
Ross and Vanessa never knew what hit them. It was a stroke of genius buying those leases. Now Ross called off the FCC, and I've got an in at Lewis Oil.
You are so clever.
Oh, you inspire me.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Is this old dude bothering you?
Oh, get lost, you walking steroid.
Did I miss something here?
What? No, forget him. You know, we should be celebrating you springing the Parent Trap, okay?
Okay.
Robert,
Yes,
we
Miss
need
Muller.
2 mint juleps, crushed ice, not cubes, okay?
Of course. Shall I bill that to you, Mr. Thorpe? Miss Marler says she's authorized to use your account.
Oh, absolutely. Anything she says. For now.
Blake, you look rather dewy.
I look like a wet rat thanks to Dinah.
Why? What happened?
Oh, we ran into each other at the club, and then she started in on our sex life.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Oh, yes. Dinah's been eavesdropping. She listened to us making love.
Good Lord.
You're kidding.
It's true. I saw red, I lunged for her miss, and wound up in the pool.
You have got to stay away from that pool.
No kidding. Anyway, how's your day been?
All things considered, not much better.
Roger used oil leases to call Ross off the FCC.
Oh, so what does that mean? We're back to square one?
Not quite.
Nope. We found something else we can use against Roger.
What?
Not what, Black? Who? Isn't that right, Peter?